What's up guys, Bogla here again, back with another video on Creativerse. We're getting into some logic again. I know it's been a little while since I've gotten a video out. I'm joined here today with Mummy. Hi Mummy.
Hi. Hello, how are you?
I am doing awesome. So me and you have been working on your world and doing some craziness over there. And came up with a little bit of logic for over there. And
Yes.
I think we've both been kind of going crazy with this one as well. Turn down
I
that.
think I
Good.
I think everyone's gonna love this. This idea of yours.
Oh,
So cool.
it's gonna be awesome. I mean, this system is just... I've been riding it for days now. So, this system is a teleporting system, and it's literally set up so one teleporter can send to any other one teleporter anywhere in the world, kind of thing. You can set it up on different systems, different teleporters all hooked up into it. You just, like, literally, this is all you'll see. I keep blowing into my microphone. I think I'm moving around trying to find a good spot here. But this is all you'll see, just a teleporter and a keypad at each spot. You enter in the code to where you want to go, you step in the teleporter, and you pop out at the other end. You go to only the one that you want. I think we're doing that on your storage as well as the other build over there, so it's awesome.
Yes, definitely.
So I've already kind of started hooking it all up here. I don't know if this is already confusing you here, Mummy, since you didn't see any of this setup.
I see. Lots of
Oh yeah.
receivers, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. Lots of room to grow this system as well. I think I'm only using 3 or 4 of these teleporters at the time being. But, so what happens is any of those outside teleporters, they all always send to the one that I'm going to be placing right where Mummy is standing. If I can ever manage to jump up. I can't even jump up. I keep hitting my head on the ceiling.
Alright.
So it'll go on a teleporter right up here, and these fans will be turned on when the system comes on, and it'll blow you down a hallway, and you'll get kicked off in towards wherever that will send you wherever. So, let's get started on some of this logic here. You have any other questions or any concerns, Mummy?
In your way for a start, because I know you're going to be... So the point is to basically blow someone into a teleporter.
Essentially, yeah. What happens is, yeah, you come from any of them, you come into here, and then you get directed to the correct location.
Okay. Sweet. Awesome.
Alright, so...
I have to fly out of here.
Yeah, you actually gotta jump and then fly. I just see your wings out and you turned around and facing me with your arms out, but you're still walking.
I know. I was sliding on my belly before as well, on the ground. It was so weird.
So, as well as all you guys know, I do play on DarkJ's server. He's got his information and all that sort of stuff in his page as well. It's DarkJ server as the name, and DarkJ Fun with capital DJ and F for the password. And I'm going to be changing all these codes, so I don't really care if you guys see them. But I need to move this teleporter into here. Actually, that was the wrong teleporter. Darn it.
Oops. Do you have ice on you already?
I do.
Yeah. That stuff's so slippery.
Oh yeah. Would you mind also laying... Oh, actually, no, I should really do the logic stuff.
Yeah. Just so that it can be seen
as
you're doing it.
Yeah, you wanna hold on to the ice there then. Oh, why did I pick it all up? Darn it, what am I doing? Ugh. This is all start of prep stuff and I'm failing.
I keep selecting you. Hang on.
Alright, there you go.
Got it.
Go back into here, let me rebuild that code. No, don't go in there. There we go, there we go. And it was then you, and the bottom was some of you. And Mummy's probably all sorts of confused right now as to what I'm even doing.
You're setting codes, right?
Yes.
You're setting codes, yeah.
So this portal receives that, good. And it's there, okay. just because I don't want it to teleport to anything. That's why I have those in there, because that's going to be the receiving setup. So, Mummy, would you actually mind throwing down... Now, with doing ice, you actually have to be quick. You can place ice anywhere. I did a test on this earlier. I took a block of ice and placed a handful of it in a large lump sum right in the middle of the desert dunes at 90-some degrees in the middle of the day. So if you get a couple of blocks together, they don't melt. So, would you mind doing a 3x2 grid, just basically filling up this...
Just directly under it.
Yeah,
so
just
too thick.
Yeah, these blocks right here that I'm walking through, and just kind of fill up that section.
This whole section?
Yep.
Okay.
Because that's just going to be where you enter, and then I wanted to make sure that the stuff all had time for the phasers and sensors and whatever else.
Sliding. I'm sliding. I can't place and slide at the same time. No.
Alright. That should be good then.
There we go. Yeah.
Yep, that's good. Alright, so let me hop on up here to place this teleporter. Just get right... Come on, a little more. A little more. There we go. Oh, no! No, no, no! I tried to place it and it just pushed me but didn't even place it. Alright, so it needs to have the code to receive from every other teleporter. So literally what happens is every single teleporter that you want to have hooked up to this system, that it goes from one to the other. This teleporter here has to receive from every single one, because then the fans shoot it down this hallway. Or shoot down this hallway. So that's the code currently that I've got for all my other teleporters sending to this. And there's 6 of them on there. Where it sends to, this is just one to receive. You don't want it to actually send to anything, so just fill it with a code that someone's not going to get and that isn't sending to anything. Doesn't really matter what it is. So from there... What you doing?
A very improbable code.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I mean, on a public world like this, too, you have to play to the fact that people might try to guess codes, so make it something difficult. But on a private world, literally just anything that you're not going to use. So now the next thing is, alright, now we've got you shooting down the hallway because the fans are down there. Well, we now have to direct you into each one of these different teleporters upon a different code being entered. So the way that I was doing that was, so there's a teleporter at this first spot. So what we're going to need is we'll put down a block phaser, because we'll put down a block in the pathway to make sure that you stop at that point. Because the ice otherwise will just keep you right on sliding by. And then from there, what we got to do is you're entering a code. So do I have my number comparisons? I forgot to grab my number comparison gates.
Oh dear.
Let me just go run on out here. Oh, Mummy's already going for me.
Yep, I'm getting them.
Sweet. Alright, so... Okay, I almost went into that one. Let me go ahead and throw down these other ones, because I think I've only got 4 codes right now, so I'll throw down 5 just to be sure. So that's the center row right in the way of the path here.
Alright, here we go.
Thank you, Mommy.
Is that it?
That should be all I need, yeah. So we now have our number comparison gates. So now I have also pre-hooked up all of my number pads like I've shown you guys in the past. When you're entering codes into things for where they send to and where they receive on the keypads and all the logic. Oh no. I think I moved it. Darn it. Alright, so I'm going to have to jump into one of these teleporters because I don't remember exactly what it was offhand. So I'm going to have to go grab one of my codes. Be right back. So, when you're wiring things up, you can either just click point A, point B, they're connected, or you can enter in words or phrases or whatever. In doing builds like this, I definitely, strongly, highly recommend doing worded codes, because then it's, you know what they are, you can just retype them in, it just makes them so much easier. Alright, so, I mean, that's quite obvious, and again, I don't mind showing you guys because that's just a temporary thing and I'm going to change that. Now, you also want to make sure that you have those things set for 6 seconds.
With words, is there any range or is there absolutely no range as far as
Worldwide.
connecting
So
the
it's, yeah,
whole entire map?
Yep. Yeah, you can hook a keypad from literally one corner of the map to logic in the middle or on the opposite end of the map. And then have it trigger something right back to where you are. There
Wow.
is no limit to the range on wiring.
That's amazing.
It is nuts. The wires themselves will actually only show if you are, I believe, in the plot that they're connected to. Or if the objects are close enough together, but yeah, they won't actually show going across the world.
Nice.
Alright, so when you're setting up the keypad here, you always want to make sure you go to the 6 seconds, because that's going to say you've got 6 seconds to go through the teleporter system before it opens up again and sends you right back to this spot. Because the way that my system is set is this is going to be the main central teleporter hub, and it sends it into that room, which then sends you to wherever. But if you don't enter a code and you step in any one of the teleporters, it sends you back to this first teleporter. It sends you to its home location. So we've got the keypad hooked up, and down in these number comparison gates, what we do is each keypad gets hooked to each input node 1. So we'll just copy that into every one of these. And as you can actually see when you pull out your wiring tool, right now I'm putting the code in here, and it's actually only showing one wire. Because there's only one keypad currently on my plot that's hooked up to this. All the other ones are way off plot. So now from there, we actually have to put our fans in the walls to push you into each one of the teleporters. So I want to make sure that they are going opposite of the teleporter that they're facing. Let's just go ahead and slap all these guys in here. I've got these little dugouts here cut for these ones. I'll show you guys an overview too once we get towards the end of it. And we'll hook all of those for each one. So now this first comparison gate here is for this first teleporter, which is directly over me. So I can't actually hook that one up because that's currently my exit. Right where Mummy would be standing is where the fans would go. Mummy, would you mind in these glass inlets? Let me actually drop some fans here. Would you mind throwing in some fans like I've got on the other side?
Yeah. Where did you drop it? Oh, there it is.
I'm getting some lag. I don't know about you.
Yeah, it took me a few seconds to get into the door.
Yeah.
And actually
Okay.
take all. Still thinking about letting you take the bag.
So, okay, so now this one here would be the second.
Alright, so...
Got
No, it's the bag is still on the ground.
Really? I'm actually
No, it's
seeing
gone
it.
now.
Okay.
It took 10 seconds.
So if you could
Alright.
put the fans in between the teleporters, facing across this hallway, so they'd be blowing into the teleporter that's like directly above me right now. Just skip that first one because that's the in or out. I've actually got a hallway of glass that you can go in from out there.
Oh, okay. Alright.
So yeah, out here.
Just...
And just place it
Okay, I
up
can
against the
put them
glass
here.
wall. Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, so now this is the
Oh!
second one. Did you blow yourself back out of it?
I did, because I didn't have it rotated. Yeah.
Alright, so this one
Here
here
you
is going to be receiving the second code, which will then, we want to blow into the second teleporter, which would be this one. Because it's as you're coming out of this hallway, you come in through the teleporter there, you get blown down this hallway, and then you're going by which teleporter you want to go into. So for this being the second one, we hook up to the second set of fans. And now
Do you want
those
them
will...
off?
You can turn them off. Right now, they'll be turned off as soon as you enter in a code. because then that'll basically like re-trigger the system, and then they'll realize that they need to
Okay.
be off right now. So now then this is the third, and they go into the third set of fans. It just keeps right on going down the line until you've got them all hooked up. Wow, there is some real big lag. Alright, sorry about that.
Oh, good.
Alright, so then get the fourth one hooked up here. So that should be the fourth. Nope, I missed the node. Alright, and the fifth. So yeah, I've just got these alternating because it's a whole lot easier that way. Why is it? Okay, there we go. It's a whole lot easier. You can fit a lot more of them in the same amount of space. Alright, so now those fans, those are hooked up, and they will turn on whenever you hit the correct code for that teleporter. Let me go ahead and set these codes. I'll just do a 1, 2, 3, 4, that junk. So we're setting it to value, and we want it to be equal to. So again, then 2 and value. Oop, let's not grab a signal. Click off over there. And 3 and value. And 4 and value. Do you have any other questions as of so far, Mummy?
No, okay, no, just so the overview is as you move through, once the teleporter has been correctly selected, the fan activates for that teleporter and blows you into it.
Correct. Yeah, it's as
But
you're...
the other ones don't.
Correct. Yeah, all other fans will stay turned off, as well as you're coming down, these comparison gates are also going to go into the inverter over here and into the block phaser, which will hold you.
Stop you from going any further.
Yeah, it'll stop you from sliding on the ice so that those fans can then actually blow you into that teleporter.
Ah, so it's
'Cause-
three different things happening there.
Yeah, because otherwise the fans, they'll just blow you right on down the line, right on past it on the ice. They'll just keep on going.
Okay.
So for right now,
Well,
actually...
when did you figure out the phases could stop you on ice?
Actually, I just kind of did that as a extra step. I don't know if this system will actually fully work without the phasers or not. So I mean, it's quite possible that you don't even need the phasers. I've actually never tested it without it. This is the system I straight up went and built.
Okay.
Alright, so... Sorry, got some interruptions going on today. Alright, so then this goes into you. Now the reason that you had to go into these inverters before they go into the phasers is you need the phasers to be always on, holding in the block, but then when you enter the correct code to release it, to turn off. The comparison gates are always off until they get the correct code. So then that will hold them all in there. Let me hook all of these up. Wow, there's so much lag that I'm actually starting to lose track of which piece of logic is where.
Wow.
As I'm moving, all of a sudden I'll just jump forward a couple of squares. So that's when wiring gets really tricky and really fun, and you find out how you make mistakes really easy.
Just as well, you can isolate what wires you're working on per logic item.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
Yeah, all you have to do is you just press what is it, Z? If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
No.
V is
wait.
idle connections.
Yeah, V.
And then you can just hover and.
Mm-hmm. Alright. So now then from the inverters, we just connect those with the corresponding block phasers for those to then remove those blocks and grab them or release them when we need them to. I think that one's already hooked up. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so now all of our logic is hooked up, except for the last set of fans. All we got to do now is put some glass up here and select the phasers to phase those out. So
And fill the floor with ice.
correct. So you actually only even need just one piece up on the ceiling. Since you actually need a 2-block height for walking, you can actually just drop by 1 block and stop them. So in here, remember to always undo this can interact option, and we'll phase out that first block there. Let's go to the second one, and we'll do the same. Can interact, phase out that block. Can interact. Oop, I missed that. So yeah, again guys, still, if you have any ideas, any builds you want me to try and take a look at, just shoot me a message. I'll help out whoever I can. If I can't build it or help you build it physically, I'll at least work out some of the logic for you. Let me know what you got, let me know what you're stuck at.
It's good advice from him because he's really good at this stuff. In fact, we won't say any more, but we do have a really huge secret project on right now, don't we?
We do, and it is going to be an awesome one. Alright, so...
Do we want to just say how big it is and say nothing more?
We could do that.
Hmm?
We could say that we are working on a 64 plot, large, big, huge, massive build.
Yeah. A continent's worth.
Yeah, this thing, we're clearing ocean to make more ocean to build this thing. Alright.
Huge.
So, this thing here now, I've ran through all the codes, so all of these here are now holding the block in, which is exactly what we actually want them to do. So now, Mummy, if you wouldn't mind coming down here and actually start filling in the ice, if you wouldn't mind starting from this side, all the way on back.
What about... Oh, it's okay to do that all like that, yeah.
Yeah, you don't really need to do that bottom row. I found a 2x3 block is plenty for it to stay cold.
Yeah, okay.
Because that space is just there for more electronics later on, yeah. Alright, and while she's doing that, I'm just gonna fill the rest of these areas in with glass up here. I'm doing it in the glass here too, so we can just all kind of see how this is all happening as it's going, as you're flying down this tunnel.
See all the logic whirring underneath. Whoops, I'm getting stuck here. Okay.
Actually, I even thought of something that might work as well. So let me go ahead and set this up. Set that to an ore. I am going to need just a little bit of room on this one side still, just for a second.
Yeah.
Because I also still have to wire up my starting fans. The ones that are actually going to push you down the hallway. Because I'm going to see if I can do it where they're not constantly running.
Okay.
See now if I connect this to that, that's also going to send to those.
I'm out of ice. Anyway, so
Okay.
I'll find some more.
Yeah, I've got more in my chests. Alright, so that won't work, at least not right now. I'll work that out later on in my head and see if I can come up with something without using just tons of logic. Because I can do it right now, just don't want to waste so much time on making more logic right now.
Yeah.
Be a lot more ore gates. So I'll just have that center hallway always turned on for the time being.
Where would the ice be located?
The same chest as the snow. I believe it's labeled by snow. It's in the mountain tundra area. Ah! I went through a teleporter. Darn it.
Oops.
At least it was only my lava layer one. And the system's not actually on and running yet.
No trolls at the other end of that one.
Not yet. Oh, I should so hook up one to be a troll if they try to go through it and they enter in any wrong combination. Alright. So now that we've got that hooked up... Oh, this is going to be fun. Let's see if I can do this. Especially with this leg. Alright. So, now the way that this is actually all should already go is... It should just zip right on down this hallway here, and a block should phase in my path as I'm coming down this hallway, which should instantly stop me. As well, the fans on the long side of it should turn on, which then should kick me into the corresponding teleporter, which then kicks me out to the corresponding location, to wherever I wanted to go. So this one sends me, I believe, out to my desert stuff, I think? Nope, my tundra. Sends me out here, which has a keypad, which then sends me back to this whole hallway and repeats the process. It sends you to wherever else you would like to go. When you're teleporting between your home plot and somewhere else, there's this loading screen. But if you're teleporting within a single plot or so that you own, it's instantaneous. So it works really well for storage. It works really well for traveling up and down and all that sort of junk on plots. But if you're going across the world, I mean, this is nice, but it might be a little more time consuming. But it just looks so much nicer and neater at each end.
This is so cool.
Let me turn these fans on. I'll put... Let me see here. Where should I put them? Let me put a couple more of them in here anyway, just to make sure that you go through. So that one on. This is so weird. Like, I don't want to move unless I'm looking at the exact right direction, because I'm on the ice because I keep sliding. Alright, so let me do that and that. And then I just need to place these ones.
And 2 fans here as well, right?
Yep.
Just make sure I've got it facing the right way.
There we go. And then we can close that on in. And then let me just come out here and turn these last 2 ones on that actually are behind this first teleporter. Alright, now this whole system should be on and working. So what should happen is I've set them up to 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. I believe I have codes for 1 through 4. And I've actually got 3 of them listed here. So I want to go down to my lava layer because that's still on my plot, so it should be fairly quick. So that should be 2. So I come over to this keypad here and I push 2. And it should turn on the fans right there, corresponding to the second teleporter. Oh, I still gotta hit 1 to actually reset that one. No, I don't want to hit F again. Come back over here. Oh, I didn't hook those fans up. Oopsie.
The last two.
Yeah. I gotta wire them up. Can I reach that thing from here? Alright, let me turn you off.
Do you need to get down to the ice?
No, I can possibly get there. I just gotta dig my way down to it a little bit. Alright, there we go. Grab that signal, hook it up to you, and you. So, jump back on out. Replace the ice. Yeah, as well, on some of these builds, there's a lot of fine-tune tweaking and stuff like this. It's just one of those things. Alright, so now if I come in here and I push 2, it should go to my lava, which is my second teleporter. So those lights come on, and you'll actually see the block phase out. You'll see all the squigglies again over there. There it goes, right there. So that block phases in, it stops you there, and the fans blow you into that teleporter. Mummy, would you like to give it a little ride there, Mummy?
Sure. Let's do this. Just number 2.
Yep, that'll send you on down to my
Yes.
lava layer.
Wait,
Where did
did
you
I go on
go?
the wrong one?
No, that should have been the right one. Oh, wait, teleports to 1.
I
That should
over here.
came out over there.
This has no code.
Why
No code. Sitting through
Why
here.
did you come out over there? What is going on? Let me take a look.
It is the left one I walk into, correct?
Yes. This portal code, it receives 6, but it only sends to 1. Well, since it's set up the way it is, if I step into this, it should just kick me right through the whole system. Okay, it worked for me on that.
It did.
Huh.
Yeah.
Alright, you want to give it another try? See if it was just some bad timing or something weird. Alright,
Oh.
so that worked.
Going somewhere.
Are you hitting a loading bar?
Yeah, why am I hitting a loading bar? I didn't hit
Oh,
that.
you are
sliding
teleporting from my plot to my plot. I don't know if that's going to make a difference, because it's not yours.
It's not your plot. I went to baby girls.
And I went through it, and I went right back into my system again.
So, just walking in it? Is that what you're asking me to do? Just walk into it?
Well, you can just walk into it or press 2. Press 2, let me try on number 2. So I went on number 2, and yeah, it kicked me down to my lava layer. Why is it not doing it for you? Did I build
I
an
might
alt?
need you to come out and come back in. I'll
You,
try that.
yeah, you might have to. Oh, it's like really kicking me out too. I might be able to remove a fan or two there. It's like sending me flying out of mine. Alright, so yeah, so now the way that this thing is working is if you don't enter a code, you literally, it doesn't block you, it doesn't stop you, it doesn't send you anywhere else. There's a teleporter at the end of that hallway that is the one that sends back to this one here. So if you don't enter anything, you just slide right on into that one and get sent back here.
Okay.
This
That's a
one
good
is all extra, so I can remove that. That's so weird though that it was sending you elsewhere. It wasn't doing that at all for me.
It was sending me to places with no send address.
That's weird. But I got these teleporters over here to kind of show you guys how teleporters work a little bit. I know I've briefly covered some of the coding. But, so say you throw down 3 of these, that's what this teleporter now receives. Oh, there's 2 people that have that. Let's actually not use that then. So we'll use that, because nobody's using that. So this one receives that signal.
Which we'll have to change after the video goes live.
Yeah, I'll be changing all of those, but these are literally just test ones that I'm doing as a demonstration. So this one, we will slap a different code into this teleporter is this. Oh, somebody's using that. So we'll use that. Alright. So this one is now receiving that, and we want that teleporter to send to this teleporter. So we're going to enter this code in the teleporter, or teleports to. So, over here, we drop, is it one of those, 2 of these? Yeah, so now there's 1 teleporter that this is sending to. There's nothing that this one is receiving from. Over here, what we'll do is this teleporter's code will be... Oh, there's one of those already. So we'll go with that. And now we want this teleporter to receive, to send to this middle one here, which is... I don't have enough of that. I'm gonna have to go grab more. Sandstone.
Oh.
Come here, sandstone. I need more sandstone. Sunstone. Got plenty of my sunstone. Alright. Back to the sandstone. So now... Wait, why are there 2? Okay, so we're going to change that code actually. So we'll swap it out. Actually, we'll just leave it as that. Just pull out that center block. Because blank spaces can count as teleporters, guys. You don't have to fill all 3, and you don't have to fill the first ones. It counts any of those slots as a digit or a item for a code. So now this one here is sending to what the middle is receiving. And the middle is sending to what this end is receiving. So now we're going to do this end is going to send to what this end over here is receiving. So it's grass, grass, and deciduous. So 2 grass and a deciduous. There we go. So what I've done here now is literally each one of my teleporter setups that go into this system here is essentially this. So say this is my the node that you're coming in from. You're going to enter your code and you step into this. This one here would then be, oh wait, no, the other far end, because that one sends to this far end, would be the one teleporter that you come into in that hallway, which then you get blown down the hallway and you get kicked into this teleporter, which then sends you back to this first teleporter, or out to whichever other teleporter. I know that was probably slightly confusing. Now, how are you still seriously going to other teleporters?
Don't know. Oh no!
Where are you?
I'm in the corruption layer.
Oh no.
I'm getting out of here.
So this is literally just a cycle of teleporters. Each time I go into it, it's going to bump me to the next teleporter. Mummy's just gonna go wherever she wants. I mean,
are you seriously doing this and trolling me?
No, I'm actually not. If you come back into here, like if you just look at me right now, I'm just jumping from one to the next.
All right. Okay. All right. I'm gonna try the main one again.
I don't know how that's happening for you. But yeah, as you can see too, if you're teleporting from your plot to your plot, there's no load time, there's no problem, you just instantly zip, you're there. So that's why this system works so well for your plots.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So that's actually really pretty much the whole system. Gonna see if we can get it working for Mummy here, though. Because I would love to show you guys how it looks when somebody's going through it.
Yeah, we'll see if we can come back. I'm coming back down the mountain now.
Yeah. Alright, I'm zipping through once here, and then I'm gonna come back on home. Show them how that whole system goes, and then I think we'll call that an episode. So see, now my one went out to my forest, and I've also got my mountain range slightly over this way as well. So that kicks me out here. So now I'm not going to enter a code, and that should kick me back to my home. This takes a little bit for all this scenery to load in and everything. My nice forest. Right, time to go home. What?
So
Right, there we go.
should I try?
I'm still thinking 2 is going to be the best, or nothing. Because nothing will kick you right back to here. 2 will send you down to my lava lair. So it'll be straight down.
Yep, I got kicked
Alright.
back out.
You actually went
there.
through... Okay.
Yep.
So
Do you
let's
want
go
to see me
ahead
go through
and...
again?
Yeah, go ahead. Yep, and there she is. So anytime that she enters one of my teleporters out in the world or whatever, you'll get kicked on through my system and you'll be spit out right here if you can find one. But unless you know the correct codes that I'm going to hook up to whatever, you can't get any into my stuff. So it's a nice way to keep things safe as well as condensed. You only need that one teleporter wherever you're coming or going to. Where did you go now?
Lava.
Oh,
It worked.
nice.
And I'm back. Hang on. Yes, I'm back.
It's fun just watching your name just zipping around. Actually, you want to do the lava one once more? Just now so they're paying attention and can see it happen. It's going to be right in there. Zip. And her name is way down there.
Let me just come back.
Zip. There she is. There's Mummy.
Yay! That works. So cool.
So that is how that system works. So go ahead, guys. Build it. Have fun with it. Expand on it. See if you guys can make it better. Let me know if you guys have any questions. If it breaks, I'll try to help you. Can you think of anything else for me to add for that, Mommy?
Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe to Bogla's channel and follow him on Twitter.
Alright, guys. Have fun. See you later.